gets reality check after seeing who walked into the ladies' room. This should be interesting. Liberals need to quit spouting off about issues they haven't tried to learn anything else about or anything about. When it comes to the bathroom debate, feelings cannot rule the day. In a blog called The Get Real Mom, Christian Quintrov Levin shared the tough situation she faced on the issue of men in the opposite-sex restrooms. She supports transgender women using public ladies' restrooms, but then an actual man walked in her bathroom. This woman took her son into the women's restroom and was perfectly fine with those who identify as women using the women's restroom. Her son was young and clearly harmless, but an adult male who was obviously not transgender just stood there in the bathroom looking smug, according to Levine. Why was this man standing there? Who knows? But the most likely reason was because he could. Because he could. And because our politically correct society of 2017, nobody felt as if it was their right to say anything or kick him out. Before, this woman would have screeched, yelled, and ushered him out. Now, that doesn't happen. Now, women are forced into silence while someone who is clearly a man walked into the restroom, stood there, smugly smiling, and peeped. Levin, a transgender supporter, had a problem with this man coming in. On her blog, she stated that there needs to be a clearer guideline for this type of situation. The liberals just want to keep it as is. As any person who identifies as a certain gender can go into the appropriate bathroom. But this is too broad of a subject line, people. Her problem brings to light a very serious issue in that someone does not necessarily need to dress like a transgender to consider themselves a transgender. By liberal rule, this man could have looked like a lumberjack, but if he identified himself as a female, why, there are no female lumberjacks? Just kidding. He would be in the right, and in his eyes, for entering that bathroom. And clearly, there is something wrong with that. There's also something wrong with these offensive articles. This notion that we're shamed into silence because we might offend someone has gone too far. There was a man in the bathroom, not transgender. There was a man who felt entitled to be in the women's restroom because he knew no one would say anything, Levine wrote on her blog. So by her definition, she would have seemingly felt better about the man had he been in a dress and acting feminine. Does she realize how absurd that really is? There were many women in Disneyland restroom at the time, but none of them said anything about this man. Politically correctness ruled the day, despite the woman's discomfort. I sound like I'm enjoying this, but I'm pretty pissed off that this is being allowed. And personally, I think he should be dragged the hell out and arrested. Some claim the women should have said something or done something. Yeah, I say that. It is utterly amazing that the people have been so shamed into being politically correct that these women put themselves in a dangerous situation rather than call this pervert out for what he is. Next time he'll be grabbing some kid, maybe. I need to know it's okay to tell a man who looks like a man to get the F out. Gender can't be a feeling, stated Levine. That's exactly what we, the American people, have been trying to tell everybody. Common sense needs to come out into this issue, not just what someone feels like at any given moment. This is what people fail to understand about the bathroom issue. It's not about transgender people using the appropriate restroom. It's about the lack of guidelines that lets anyone who feels a certain way just walk into whatever restroom they want. It's perverted, creepy, it's Joe Biden creepy, and wrong. And a stronger guideline needs to be put in place. Or perhaps we could just go back